Okay. What would you start with?
Duct tape.
No. But I mean, what's that? But I mean, if you were doing papier-mache, where would you start?
Making a foundation and then like taking it.
Okay. But besides that, where would you start so it would fall apart? Go ahead. Okay. See, what I usually do is I start with like the legs first. Does anybody know why? Go ahead. Which part of this do you think would shrink first? Balloon. So I should probably start with balloon first, right?
Are you putting newspaper? What's on the newspaper?
Just flour and water.
What is that good stuff? I did it before. Flour and water. Flour.
Well, I mean, have you guys ever used papier-mache before?
We use plastic.
What did you use with your
paper water, plastic cast.
just paper and water?
Duct tape.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? I mean, oh, okay. See, go ahead.
Troy does.
Did you have a question?
Why don't you use glue?
Well, you can use glue with the papier-mache.
No process.
But this is how I do the dinosaurs. I mean, it doesn't look like much now, but when I'm done, it'll look something like those over there. Okay. Which one is that? The dragon? Which one's that? The one with wings? It's a dragon. You guys have any questions for Mr. Fenton? What's your question, Cooper? Oh, you mean the one with two legs? Oh, okay. It's kind of like one that I made up. It's kind of like one of those dinosaurs that were before the T-Rex. You know, you had those dinosaurs in like the where? It's right before, you know, like say like Jurassic Park, those type of dinosaurs, before they evolved. Let's take another question. What's your question? Yeah, it will. It's going to look just like a long break, but it's right now. Let's shh. What's your question? Well, the dragon took a while for me to do because of the wings. I had to like do the wings a little bit at a time, let them dry. Because if I did the wings all at once with papier-mache, what do you think would happen? Does anybody know?
The wings would fall.
They would kind of droop, right? Because when I first started out with papier-mache, I had to learn about a certain thing called the law of gravity. Does anybody know what the law of gravity is? No? Nobody knows what the law of gravity is?
No, but I do.
like, if I did this all what's that? Hey. Right, what comes up must go down. Like if I did the wings all at once, they would droop. Or even like this neck, if I did it all at once, it would just droop to the ground. So I usually just do a little bit at a time.
How long will it take you to finish this dragon?
Well, about maybe, I don't know, a month. I mean, I don't do it every night.
Okay.
I play with it and let it dry. How do you think I have mine to keep it dry? How do you think I dry my stuff? Anybody know?
Like the people did when they found a cave bed in an iceberg. You put on the hair dryer.
Well, you could use a hair dryer, but it might pop the balloon. I use you know what the humidifier is?
Does anybody have a wet basement? They have one of those machines down there that pulls the water out of the air? That's a dehumidifier.
Hair dryer. Hair dryer.
What other questions? Any other questions?
You could use a hair dryer, but it might pop the balloon, or of course you might be there. Well, if it's too hot.
Any other questions? Sammy, you got a question? Okay. What's your question?
Why is he putting paper all over?
Well, what do you think happens if I don't put it? Well, if you had a balloon before, what happens when the balloon, you have the balloon sit around? Like, well, it shrinks. You see, when this dries, it'll shrink at least twice its size. Has anybody ever used a balloon and paper shade it and then come back and it kind of looks weird? You know, because the balloon shrunk. No?
What's the keep it shaped while the resin gets
Sometimes. And sometimes they pop too. I've had when the balloons just get really, like if you blow the balloon too big, they'll just pop.
And does that make all the papers still stay?
No, sometimes I have to start all over again.
You guys have any other questions? All right. As a way to say thank you for Mr. Fenton, Mr. Fenton is also our judge for the cakes. And I have the winners right here in my pocket. So we'll find out in a little bit who won. As a way to say thank you to Mr. Fenton, though, let's... All right, as a way to say thank you, Mr. Fenton, we're going to do a dinosaur cheer. So kids, up. Ugly faces.